friends, Disney Adventurer here. Today we're going to talk about our first experiences at Disney, and since Erin's was with me, we have Erin on the show today. And so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and ask questions. I'm going to answer them too. So I'm not going to count the very first time that I went because I was very young and I don't remember a lot of it. So we're going to go with my most recent experience as an adult. And I'm going to answer all the questions that Erin's going to answer.
Sounds good.
Okay. So what was your first Disney park and what were your impressions?
Well, since I've never traveled before in my life, it was quite the experience even just driving up the road and seeing the welcome to Disney. So it was, magical.
Yeah, for sure. That first sight of that sign is pretty cool.
Absolutely, it really was. The first park that I went to was Epcot, and walking in and seeing the giant Epcot, what is it, sphere?
Yeah, Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It kind of took my breath away.
Yeah, it's pretty awe-inspiring, I have to say. Next to the castle, the ball is pretty much the other one that's wow.
Yeah.
Especially because it's right at the gate when you first walk in, and it's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So my first park in 2013 was the Magic Kingdom, and walking onto Main Street the first time it's so beautiful and so surreal. You're really in a different world.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
it's not like walking onto a street in your hometown. It's definitely like walking into another world, Walt's World, which is really cool.
And a different time too.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was my first experience. So, what was your first ride or attraction at Walt Disney World?
So, when we got to Epcot, I'm pretty sure we actually had a fast pass for Soarin'.
Yes, I did.
So, we got to the park a little bit later, so we actually walked in, and then I think we booked it to Soarin' so that we could get there to make our fast pass. So Soarin' was my very first ride, and I thought it was just absolutely amazing. And at the end of the ride, bawling my eyes out. Because it was my first Disney ride, my first Disney experience, and it was really cool. All of the scents you can smell, and you're just flying over the earth. And yeah, I was crying. It was emotional.
Yeah, for sure. And it was those prime seats where we were in the middle, so you don't see any of the bend from the screen. A lot of people have been complaining about Soarin' over the world. You can see the bends. So we were actually right in center, so prime location, beautiful scenery. I love Soarin'. Soarin's just awesome. So so my first attraction was actually the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. So. But it was cool. There's no line. You just walk in, and we were so excited. We just sort of ran in and run up the stairs, and you check out all that cool stuff. And it is really neat, and the view is amazing.
Absolutely.
So that was my first attraction. Was Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. So yeah. So what was your favorite ride overall? So I know we went to Epcot on your first day, and your second day we did Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
So overall, what would you say was your favorite ride?
I'd have to say probably, what's the roller coaster where you're in the dark?
Oh, Space Mountain.
Yeah, Space Mountain.
For sure, yeah. Space Mountain's awesome.
Yeah, that one was actually really cool. I've never experienced a roller coaster in the dark before, so that was actually really neat.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the cooler things about Space Mountain. About a lot of Disney rides are really in the dark.
Yeah.
So it's definitely cool. For me, mine was the Haunted Mansion. We rode the Haunted Mansion so many times in my first trip, and I still has a special place in my heart. I love the Haunted Mansion. I'm sure it's
close
changed
to
now.
for me.
Yeah. I'm sure it's changed now for me, but my first trip, definitely Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
So, what was your least favorite ride?
I can't even say that I had a least favorite ride because I didn't actually get to go on all the rides.
Yeah.
I'd say the ride, probably I thought was a little spooky, not even spooky, it was just kind of creepy, was,
It's a small
world.
Those dolls.
I couldn't help it, it's
Those
just creepy.
Dolls, they're so creepy. How can you, I had dreams, I had nightmares about those dolls.
I'm glad that I experienced it the
do.
one time, but I don't think I'd ever do it again.
So for me, my least favorite ride was Mission Space, because it made me ill. we didn't get to do Mission Space because it was just far too long a wait for our one-day experience at Epcot. And I went on the mild one, and it still made me sick. And I was out of commission for like an hour, and it just wasn't worth it. Really neat experience, really cool idea, but for me, it was a no-go because I have motion sickness, and it was bad. So
Which one was
Mission
that?
Space. Mission Space is a simulation ride that you're landing on Mars.
Okay.
It's at Epcot, and there's two different versions. One where you really feel the turbulence and all that, and then one that's a little bit more mild. And I went on the mild one, and it still made me sick.
Did we just not get to go on that one, or was it closed?
No, we just didn't get to go on it because it was far too busy that day. So, and we didn't have fast passes for that. So, what did you think when you first saw Cinderella's castle?
I was speechless. I felt like a 10-year-old kid that just walked into a dream, and it just brought me back to childhood, and I was speechless and emotional, and it was just beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. First time I saw that castle, it's like being a little kid again.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how old you are, you look up at that castle and you feel like fairy tales can come true. Like
Absolutely.
it's a totally different world. You feel like you're in a different place when you're at Disney, and I cried for sure. I absolutely cried my eyes out the first time I saw the castle.
I think if we had done that park first, walking in, I probably would have cried.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely different for sure.
I still cried during the fireworks, so it's fine.
Yeah, I still cry during the fireworks every time. So what did you most like that you ate? Overall, we were there during Food and Wine at Epcot, so, I mean, there was lots of stuff going on. So overall, what did you like most that you ate?
Oh my goodness, it's so hard to remember because I actually stopped at all of those little kiosks, the ones that are temporary and they're not even there year round. So we stopped at one of the Mexican pavilions, and I actually tried this little tiny taco. It was like this, I can't even remember what it was. It was like a brisket taco or something like that.
Yeah,
and it was friggin' delicious. I loved it. I could have eaten those all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know, that little taco really standed out for me.
Yeah. And that's all. Stand it out. So for me, it was a steak, and it had this bone marrow butter and a port reduction sauce.
Well, I've never been to any of the restaurants.
Oh my goodness, yeah. To be fair, this was at the Brown Derby in Hollywood Studios, and if you ever get the chance, absolutely go. It's a 2-credit restaurant if you're on the Disney dining plan, and it is phenomenal. So for me, that's mine, but I mean, you haven't experienced quite as much as I have.
No,
we're getting there.
Yeah, we did wine, but I didn't actually, I was still pretty full after that, so we didn't actually get to go to any of the restaurants.
Yeah, no, and we didn't stay on property or anything like that. We just sort of were doing it on the cheap just so that, we could go and experience it since we were in Florida anyway. So what did you like least that you ate? Did you eat something that was like, no, I wouldn't eat this again?
Okay, well, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this,
and I'm hate.
I know. I'm sorry, Disney fans. I'm sorry.
It's gonna happen.
I don't like pineapple. I'm not a big pineapple fan. I never have been. So for me, I had to try one of the Disney treats because it's one of the iconic treats, and I tried the Dole Whip, and I wouldn't eat that again. But it's just because I don't like pineapple. I'm not saying that it wasn't good. I just don't like pineapple, so I wouldn't eat that again.
So for me, it was actually the first restaurant we ate at on the first day. We ate at Tony's Town Square. And this is sad because it's right at the entrance to Walt Disney World, but the food is terrible. It is the worst Italian food I've ever had. I had spaghetti and meatballs because, we were at Tony's Town Square. Why not, right? Like, Lady and the Tramp it up, have some spaghetti. And it tasted like spaghetti sauce from a can. It was even tinny. And I mean, it has the most amazing location because it's right when you walk in at Magic Kingdom especially, and the food is horrible. And I know that a lot of you out there feel the same way. So, hopefully they're going to do something about it soon. But I mean, and I know Disney can do good Italian food because there's places like Via Napoli in Epcot that is fantastic. So I don't know what's up with that. What's up with that, Disney? Fix that. So, so what did you like most that you drank?
To be fair, we didn't actually really get to drink a lot.
This is true. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of drinks.
No, we
that were out of the ordinary anyway.
Yeah, we like brought our own sippies so that we could stay hydrated while we were at the parks.
Yeah.
I'm sure my favorite drink would have been the margarita that I couldn't drink because we didn't have proper ID.
So, just for you, you that don't know, we're Canadian. And if you're Canadian and you're visiting Walt Disney World, make sure that you
bring
take
your passport.
So we went with our driver's license thinking that it would be fine, the same as it is in our country, and it's not. So please take your passport with you so you can try the awesome alcohol, because you know what? There's all kinds of awesome things to drink at Epcot, and we did not get to experience it.
Nope.
So take your passport.
Yeah.
That's like a number one for you if you're traveling from out of the country in general. If you're not from the States, I would imagine you should have your passport with you. So do that. For me, the thing that I liked the most that I drank on my first vacation was the Dole Whip. Was the Dole Whip float.
No.
I loved it. I love pineapple though, so I can see why it would be. It's a lot of pineapple, especially the float, because it's pineapple juice and pineapple ice cream. So it is. I loved it. It was fantastic for me.
Nope.
So in the future, what restaurant are you most excited to try?
I think I'd have to say I really want to do. Is it a restaurant? I don't know. The Hoop-Dee-Doo. Is that a restaurant?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. The Hoop-Dee-Doo.
More chicken.
Absolutely, and I haven't done that either actually, and I would love to do that. That is like one of the longest running dinner shows in the United States, and it looks like so much fun.
I don't even care if it's good food.
No,
it
looks like good entertainment.
It looks like fun.
And bottomless sangria.
You can't go wrong there. So.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I actually didn't put that, but that is a good answer. For me, I'm most excited to try Boma, which is it's flavors of Africa. I believe it's a buffet at one of the resorts at the oh no, I think it's at Disney's Polynesian. I could be wrong. I didn't write it down. I didn't write it down, guys. So yeah. So I'm excited to try Boma the next time I go. It's definitely something that I'm gonna book a reservation for. And what ride are you most looking forward to trying on your next trip? Since you only got to go to 2 parks and not ride a lot, what are you most looking forward to trying?
Well, definitely I want to go to the 2 other parks because I've only been to 2 parks. So the ride that I actually want to go on the most is the one where you drop.
The Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror, yes.
At Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
I have not been on the Tower of Terror because I'm afraid of heights, but I'm going to try it one day. I will, I promise.
I like scary rides, so I'm looking forward to that.
This past trip for me was like, I tried the Aerosmith roller coaster. That was enough for me for one trip. Next time I will probably try the Tower of Terror. I'm a big baby. I don't like
We'll
scary.
work you out to it. You're going to do it. It's going to happen.
It'll happen. But for me, I'm most excited to try the Slinky Dog Dash, which is not even open yet because it's part of the Toy Story expansion at Hollywood Studios. So most of the rides I have tried. There's not much I haven't tried at Disney, so I couldn't really think of anything. And then I thought, oh yeah, the expansion's opening. So the Slinky Dog Dash looks like a lot of fun. It's like a family roller coaster. Loves Toy Story, so it looks like it's going to be really immersive and really cool. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to ask. Is it like, we're going to do a separate video on first timers and the things that you should and should not do and some tips and things like that. So we're not going to do that on this video, but we are going to be posting the rest of our vacation as soon as possible, and yeah, we're going to start doing a lot of these kind of videos where, we're talking about our favorite snacks and things like that. And if you have any ideas, please comment below, and I check it every day, so I will answer you. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe, and hit that notification so that you always know what's going on with the Disney Adventures. Okay, thanks.
Bye.